Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's do some fun crafting. Stay tuned. So in yesterday's video, I made these wonderful scrap boards. And for those of you who don't know what my scrap boards are, please check the description box. I will have a link there that will have the video where I talk about what these are for me. You may have a different purpose for them, but I'll share with you how I use them. And today we are going to make some coordinating boxes so that if we choose to give these as a gift, or if we choose to sell them at a craft fair, we can have some nice packaging for them if you don't want to put them in cellophane bags. So here is the box that we'll be making. This box is 8.5 by 8.5, and it is 7/8 of an inch deep. We place our board inside, put the lid on, and we have a beautifully packaged gift or a beautifully packaged craft to sell. So let's make the box for this one. So to make our box, we're going to need a piece of chipboard that measures 8.5 by 8.5. And then we'll need 4 chipboard strips that measure 9/16 by 8.5. So then we're going to need a 9 by 9 decorative piece. And we need a piece that measures 10 5/8 by 10 5/8. And we need a piece that measures 12 by 12. So I will bring in my scoreboard and I will score at 7/8 and 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. So now we can fold and burnish our scores. And then we'll come back and remove the 3 corner pieces from all 4 sides. So I'll go up to my second score mark, drag down, angle cut in here, remove that, and repeat this on all 4 sides of this paper. All right, so now we need to come back and glue our box together. So I'll just take my reptile glue, place it on my tabs, and then I'll bring it up just like this, making sure that I've got my corners nice and tight. Stand it up, come in on the inside with my bone folder, and get that tab stuck down to the box. And I'll do this on the other side in the same way I did the first one. So now let's stand it up and get that stuck down. All right, so now that our box is put together, we're going to come back with our 9/16 by 8.5 inch strips, place them in to test fit them, and you're going to want to make sure that they fit down inside without bowing out your box. So I can see that I need to trim off just a little bit of this, and I always start out slightly larger because it's easier to trim down than trying to fix the gaps in a box when it's too short. I'll put it inside and then I'll wiggle it back and forth just a little bit, and I'll come back with my bone folder and get that stuck down. And now I'll come over to the other side. Again, I am going to test fit each piece before I put it in and trim off where needed. And now I'll glue this one in. And I will do the other 2 sides and I'll be right back. Okay, so once we have all of our side pieces in, let's go ahead and add glue to these flaps, fold them over, and get this covered. All right, so now that we have our box made, we can go ahead and make the lid. Okay, so to make our lid, we need to bring in our 10 5/8 by 10 5/8 inch piece, and we are going to score this at 1/2 inch and at 1 on all 4 sides. And then we are going to fold and burnish all of our score marks. And then we're going to come back and remove these 3 corner pieces from all 4 sides of our lid. So we've got a corner piece here, one here, one here, and we are going to take those out. So we'll go up to the second score mark, drag down, angle cut in, angle cut in, and remove this piece, and then remove that piece. And we'll do the same thing on all 4 sides. So now we're going to come back, place glue on our tabs, and put our box together. So again, make sure your corners are nice and tight. Get that stuck. Come back with my bone folder and make sure that that's stuck from the inside. Let's do it again. So I'll place glue on my tab. I'm going to bring it up and just match it up so that everything is nice and tight. And now we're going to come back and fold the outer flaps backwards. Just bend them back so that we can place glue on them. Place it on these flaps and then fold them in. Go on the inside and get that stuck down. Get that nice and tight and looking right. Okay, so now let's take our lid and make sure that it fits the box. And it does. We have a nice little, cute little box, but we need to make the lid just a little stronger. All right, guys, so now we're going to make the base for this lid, and we start out with the piece that measures 8.5 by 8.5. Make sure you test fit it to ensure that it's going to fit inside of your box. When it does, all I'm going to do is come back with my glue, place some glue in my corners, and just glue all over this. And I'm going to stick this down just like this. And I will just move it around to help get that glue spread out. And now I'll come back with my bone folder and get that stuck down. And I will trim out all of my excess paper. Okay, guys, so once we have the chipboard covered, we're simply going to flip it over, add some glue to the back. So I will take this piece, put it down inside, come back with my bone folder. We're going to get that stuck down, flip it over, smooth it out. So I'll bring my box back in, and you'll notice that I have a different pattern in the bottom than just the pink. I wasn't going to put a bottom in, and then I thought, okay, I'll just add one. So I started with the piece of chipboard that measures 8 3/8 by 8 3/8, and I covered it with some scrap paper that I had and laid it in the bottom. So if you want to put a bottom in your box, start with the piece that measures 8 3/8 by 8 3/8, and then you might have to trim that chipboard just a little bit, not a whole lot, to get it to fit. So now we'll bring in our lid, place the lid on our box, and now we have a wonderfully strong box, top and bottom. And now we're going to decorate the box, and what I want to use is this beautiful Anna Griffin die cut, and it says "Celebrate the Day." It's actually from a birthday set, but it works for Valentine's Day too, because we celebrate on that day, and I think the colors actually work with this. So I'm just putting that down. So now I'll come back with my beautiful board, place it on the inside, place my lid, and now I have a wonderful custom box to fit my custom scrap board. And I'll bring the other one back in so that you guys can get a good look at these and see just how gorgeous they really are and how easy they are to make and how we're able to customize boxes to fit the projects that we might be making. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.